We starting?
Yeah.
Woo! Episode 19. Big 19. Somebody's phone's already ringing. Way to start the episode, Carter. Good job. Just before we started recording, we were just talking about, I was telling Curtis about Matthew McConaughey's hair loss and regrowth story. He shaved his head with a razor, flat blade, shaved it down to the scalp. And I forget what he said he used, but he just used some, hair regrowth product every day in the shower on his scalp as his hair regrew. And he said it grew back thicker and he had a better hairline afterwards. And that's straight from the mouth of McConaughey. I like to say I read his book Green Lights, but I actually listened to it.
All right.
Yeah. Well, you should listen to it on Audible. He reads his own audiobook, and it's actually really good. It's called Green Lights. At the end of every chapter, he goes, "Green light, green light."
That's where he talks about being bald.
Yeah, he talks about going bald, and there's all kinds of pictures of him online. I think you even did a movie bald, but
I only like him in Night at the Museum.
Night at the Museum. That would be Owen Wilson.
I was going to say
another Texan. Well, they got the same Texas accent. That's why and people say, oh, they should be brothers, stuff like that.
Yeah, I can't even remember what he's actually in.
You can't remember a single McConaughey?
He's in Fool's Gold? Is that
Fool's Gold, McConaughey? Great movie. It is Fool's Gold, right? Oh, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Fool's Gold. Mud. He's in Mud. He's in Dazed and Confused. That's where All Right comes from. What was it, like the Black Tower or something? A Stephen King adaptation that nobody liked. He was in that.
He was in
Sounds like a lot of crap.
Interstellar.
Interstellar, that's a good one.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one.
It's not a lot of crap. Mud is a really good movie. I'd recommend anybody to watch Mud if you haven't seen it. It's free on Tubi right now. If you can't tell, I got a little bit of cold. I'm hit with a little bit of cold, so I don't feel... I can feel it in my voice trying to talk here.
Yeah.
Just not...
This is going to put you out of commission here doing the podcast tonight.
Yeah, this will probably wear me plumb out, but that's why we started a little bit early. Me and Curtis both agreed. We were like, yeah, something's going around, something's spreading. It's that time of the year, super spread.
Yeah, I'm feeling it this afternoon.
My apologies. Sorry for burping. Sorry for cussing. Did you guys see any of the Twitch awards? Did a live award show?
No, I didn't know they were doing one.
Yeah, they did some. Maybe it was like the Streamies. I don't even know what it was, but there's a live award show, and it was mostly Twitch streamers. I think it was like a Twitch-based thing. But Sketch, he was like one of the hosts.
Yeah.
And he's just going around with a live mic and a live camera, and they're just streaming him interviewing random people. And there were times where, it was all improv. And this guy, he is a streamer, but he's usually by himself, and he interacts with the game in the chat, right? Now he's interacting with all kinds of people in the public, and there were a lot of moments where things didn't go that well, and it was actually really, really funny to just watch the clips. Like, I'm sure the stream was a little bit of a disaster, but to watch the clips, it was really funny. Did you see what it was called?
I can't believe the Streamer Awards is what.
Yeah, Streamer
what I'm
Awards.
seeing
Yeah.
here. Can't believe that we didn't even get on the list.
Well, I think you got to be on Twitch. I'm not positive, but
Yeah, I've never heard of any of these guys.
Yeah,
we're not Twitch people.
Why don't we
We're YouTube.
simultaneous stream on Twitch?
Listen,
how come we don't do that?
Because the only reason people stream on Twitch is Twitch comes to them and makes them an offer to stream over there exclusively. Why else would you be on Twitch? Nobody's on Twitch. Who's scrolling through Twitch to find new shit to watch? Do you know anybody? If we were big enough and we had an exclusive deal and we'd post all over Instagram and stuff like that, be like, hey, come watch us on Twitch. That'd be different. But when you don't have a following,
I think a lot of people stream games on Twitch.
You think still? Well,
Yeah.
I guess maybe random people still stream games.
I mean, I've never heard. I've literally the only person I've heard of Sketch, and then there's FaZe Clan as a whole. That's another another person that won
Sketch
an
and
award,
Jinx.
but
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not into the whole streaming universe. I like the podcast universe, and we're one of the few that are doing it live, and very few people are doing that anymore. Everybody records a long episode, but I don't know. I just always wonder, like, they're not. It's not live, so they could cut stuff out. They could edit it. They could just not post it if they don't like it. There is something to the live element.
Yeah, maybe you could say it's a little edgy, but
I don't know. It just,
hardly.
I think it's cooler. It's tougher.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
little more badass.
yeah, you can't just quit in the middle of it. You kind of show's got to go on.
Show's got to go on. If you got to take a bathroom break, you got to keep going. If you got a cold, you still got to show up and record that night. You can't, say, hey, let's skip a day. We'll record twice tomorrow.
I
We
think
don't have that option.
I don't know. I think who's holding you to streaming every day? Who's holding you from not?
Well,
showing?
we're just trying to do it as often as we
ourselves.
can. Yeah, and
Have we seen any growth since we've been?
we have we've actually had more subscribers and more returning subscribers watching the show, which is good. There's a little more of a community growing. We did notice Fridays don't really get as many views in general. Monday, Wednesday do pretty well, but Fridays seems to be lower on average. That's what we're learning. But this Friday, I won't be able to make it. Got big plans with the Wolfpack. So I don't know if I can say. I don't want to spoil it. It might be a surprise, but big Wolfpack plan. And ow!
Woo, woo. The bear was worried. He had to come see what was going on. That's the only reason I kept howling. Sorry for the howling. I just wanted to get the dog's attention. But
I'm surprised he doesn't ever howl.
well, I thought he might. That's why I was trying to get him going. But
No,
yeah.
he hardly makes any noise at all.
Yeah, he's pretty mute. But he's like a sign language dog because he always goes around poking shit with his nose. He's like beep beep, beep beep, poking things. That's what I think of. He's like sign language.
Yeah.
Beep beep beep. Poking
Well,
you.
You guys are gonna have to. I mean, I guess you don't have to do anything, but
What do you mean?
I did buy myself a pass for Black Mountain
Oh yeah,
last night.
nice. How much was it?
500.
No blackouts.
No blackouts.
That's pretty good.
But I think they're only open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't think they're open Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. That could change depending on how their season goes. But
Lone
Right.
survivor,
yeah.
lone wolf.
The
Nobody else
black
wants to
sheep
go.
of the White Mountains. Well, no, I mean, I do want to go. I've got tickets for Gunstock already.
I never said I didn't want to go.
And, I don't know if it's still going on. They used to do the Sunday afternoon deal over there. It's pretty inexpensive. I don't know if they'll still
Yeah.
do that, but
Probably will. They'll probably do something.
Well, it's not the same people that own it now. Indie Pass is running it for this
Right.
season, so you don't know.
so that
What's
local
going
deal
on?
might be gone. But yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Probably just end up at Abenaki.
Yeah, I like to try and ski for free if I can, and that's what I was aiming for. Not to say I won't buy tickets to go somewhere, but if I can go for free or close to it, that's what I like to aim for.
Yeah.
A little bit more. I was watching this old video. I want to say it was like from 2004, like some vintage ski bum video, and this guy, he lived in a tent in the woods in Oregon, and he didn't pay for anything. He stole and lived in the woods. Like, this guy was a real bum, right? And anytime anybody asked him, like, but why not buy a movie ticket? Why are you sneaking into the movies? Why not buy a lift ticket? Why are you sneaking on to the mountain? All these questions. And he goes, why live in a tent? Why not live in a house or an apartment? And the guy, every time he answered with, because that would make me a poser. That was his answer to everything. That's why he was living like a bum in the woods. Yeah, I do sound sick, Amy. I do, and
I'm straining myself here just going. This is how much I love you guys. Love the air quote awesome fam. All of our subscribers.
Kyle's fam.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody that's watching, I press on. You know, even when I'm feeling like a little hoarse. Some people. I don't even know what I was gonna say.
Did you get to editing anything with your camera? Did you
No, I
get into it
actually
at all?
I haven't found my SD card reader that plugs into my iPad. I found I found a USB plug, so I can plug a USB into my camera into my iPad, but I haven't done that yet. I got to get on that.
I'm curious on the what the footage looks like.
Yeah, well, that's really why I want the SD card reader, because I think I'll have better luck transferring it directly with the reader. If I don't find it soon, I'm just going to order another one. They're not that expensive.
I thought you were gonna say you're gonna order another iPad.
Well, I might do that too, but that's down the road a bit. I don't know. I'm still recovering from putting tires on my truck, so give me a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Plus, you gotta buy a Black Mountain pass so we can go to Black Mountain. The problem is, I mean, I've asked you guys 100 times what your plans are for the ski season, so that way I can buy a pass for myself, at least
Right.
to go to where you're going. And I know you keep saying Gunstock. Curtis hasn't answered at all, but
I answered.
Not really.
You kind of
said-
said Abenaki.
I said I'm going to be working at my house. I'm probably not going to ski a lot, and when I do ski, I'm going to be teaching Cassidy or try to anyway.
Well, that's kind of what I figured. So I'm on my own this year, I guess. So.
Well, you know, if you're committed to it, it'll be worth it. I don't know. To be honest with you guys, there are very few times when I've had more fun skiing with a group than I've had skiing alone. Like, if I'm really trying to ski, I'd rather just go alone. I have a better time. It's fun to hang out with friends and stuff, but for me, that's a different thing than actually trying to go ski.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it depends.
The thing
I don't
is,
think I would have had fun skiing alone when we went to when we
Sugar
went
Bush.
when we went out west.
Oh yeah,
Because-
I think, you know, again, it is fun to be with everybody, but I don't know. I don't feel like I can ski to the degree I want when I'm with a group. You know what I mean? Like I treat going skiing like a lot of people treat going to the gym. You know, sometimes I'm there to get work done. Or I am, you know, like I'm trying to improve my turn. I'm trying to get stronger, whatever it might be. And that's a lot easier to do when you're there alone. And those are the times I generally feel like I have my best line, you know, is after I've been skiing alone all day and I know exactly what line I want to take and exactly what I'm going to hit on my way down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean. You don't have to feel like you're picking another trail because somebody else.
Yeah,
wants
or
to do
waiting
it.
for people or whatever it might be, you know. Not to say I don't like skiing with other people, but it's a completely different thing for me to hang out with a group of people and ski. It's not.
Yeah, and there's a lot of downtime too.
Yeah. It's you know, it's fine and I like it, but it's its own thing. So I like to have them both. So it depends on what you're trying to do. You know, if you're really committed to going skiing and you want to improve every day, you know, you're better off to just do it by yourself. Commit to going skiing and go. And then on the occasion when everybody can get together and ski, that's great, and we'll all hang out. And then it's not a real pressure to actually ski because you've been doing it every day. So it's more about hanging out, you know?
Yeah.
You
Well,
don't mind standing in line on a Saturday when you got 5 or 6 of your friends and you're all hanging out.
I figured I'll probably try to just make an effort to go every Saturday morning or something, or
Yeah, get
every
a couple
Sunday
runs
morning.
in.
Yeah, do something like that. Try to make now that I bought the pass, I'll have to make an effort to make it worth the money.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you go like 6 times, you're in the green.
I wish Black Mountain was a little bit
6 or
closer
7
because
times.
it's really kind of out of the way. You think you're there, and then when you get into Jackson, you still get a little bit of a jaunt to get over there. It's
What do you,
what is
hour
it,
and a
like-
half?
Yeah, it's like, isn't that what it is? Like an hour
It's
and
an
a half?
hour and 20 minutes. I
Hour
looked
and
it up
20,
'cause
yeah. That's not bad.
That's what
It's
that
not
was.
bad. It's just I always think you're about after about an hour, you
Right.
think you're there, and
But
then
you still got another 20.
then it's another 20 minutes still to get up to it. But
I mean, it's a great mountain. I've got nothing bad to say about it.
I mean, what's it take to get to Attitash and Wildcat?
I think same thing, an hour and 20.
Is
To
it?
Attitash.
I thought it was quicker than that.
I thought it was closer to an hour, but
So one of the guys that I been working wiring up his house, he was telling, just an old guy, he's telling me he's got a house in Bartlett 2 miles from Attitash
Really?
that he's trying to sell, and
what's he want for it?
I don't know, I didn't ask, but I thought about looking it up.
It's an hour and 12 minutes to Attitash from here. And it was an hour and 20 to Black.
It's not crazy different.
And the ride sucks a little bit.
I personally, I don't like the ride anywhere up there.
Yeah.
I think it's a pain in the ass to get anywhere up there from here.
only because you got to drive through
You got to run the gauntlet.
North Conway.
Yeah, you got to. Well, it's also like
Yeah,
the
Tamworth.
speed limit goes from 35 to 65, and it changes 900 times through one stretch of road, and it's also loaded with state troopers.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
You
just
don't have to make me regret my decision.
no. I think you'll be fine if you're going up Saturday morning.
Yeah, if you
if
make it
you
a
get up
point to
there
go,
early and
Not a big deal.
all you have to do is get there early and get a good parking spot. You'll get plenty of runs in the morning, and then by the time you're ready to go, most people will be rolling in.
I feel
You
like
roll out.
it's also kind of a gamble this year because of how much work they've been doing to the mountain.
Yeah,
Yeah, it might
true.
be good. Might be good.
It'll
I-
either be a really good year to be skiing Black, or it'll be just like it has been right down in the tubes.
More likely than not, I think it'll be a good year. The only thing I would worry about is it's maybe too busy. A lot of people who maybe haven't heard about it have now.
Yeah, it
Hear
could
me
be.
out though. Why don't we take that $500 and buy a snowcat?
What are you talking
You know
about?
anybody got a $500 snowcat?
No, I'm just saying, put it towards one.
My thought when Carter
There's-
was asking me about getting a ski pass, I said let's plan a trip. Let's all put our money together and plan a ski trip out west or something. I really personally, the next place I'd really like to go is New Mexico. I think that'd be a lot of fun. It's warm down low and cold and snowy up top.
Yeah, it would be cool. Taos.
I liked Colorado, but I don't know if we were just there with weird weather or something. But
I think that's just what it is.
it,
I think
it
that's,
was wet. Didn't you think it was wet?
No, it was dry, but it was like spit and snow every day, and it's hard to. When we were in town, it felt wet because it was constantly snowing. But
Yeah, I don't know.
overall,
It just
it was dry.
to me it didn't. It wasn't that different from the climate here. What I've dealt with here,
No, but also
the
it
altitude
was all
was
natural.
different.
We were
but-
skiing only natural snow, though. We weren't skiing a bunch of.
Yeah, that's true. I guess.
We didn't
The,
get.
the thing is,
We didn't get knee deep powder, but we got fresh snow.
I really wish you guys got to experience what I got to last winter because I don't know, it does make me think it's a little bit of a myth that things are so much better out west. I think like last winter in Vermont, I don't know where that ranks across winters, over a 100-year period. I don't know how it ranks, but there was enough snow. I had plenty of knee deep, fresh, soft, light powder days. I also had plenty of days where I skied in the rain, but I'm sure that happens out west too.
I don't think it does. I think that's the difference. I think it's
Maybe
a lot,
not.
I think it's a lot more consistent.
I don't know. I Colorado didn't really impress me. It could have just been the weather. Jackson Hole did not impress me at all. Everything was windswept and icy.
Yeah, that
Again, it's all playing the weather. You don't know what you're gonna get for snow.
I can see
But-
why people like Jackson Hole because if there was fresh snow, it would have been.
I liked how steep it was.
Yeah.
I've never been anywhere that's that steep.
and how long the
Yeah.
runs really are. I can see why people like it. It's just it has to have snow.
Yeah, really, anywhere you go, the snow could make or break your day, right? Great snow obviously makes any day better, but for me, it's hard for me to imagine wanting to deal with these massive western mountains when I know that I've had immaculate quality snow here on the East Coast at a smaller, more manageable mountain. Like you can still get a nice long run, but it's not impossible to get around the mountain. And again, maybe that would change if I spent more time out west and I got to know these mountains better. But for me, it just felt like a headache trying to get around the mountain.
I think
900 shares.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, I think that Colorado is kind of eh. I would go back, but I
would definitely go back.
I would try California.
California might be good. Calvin really liked Oregon. I wouldn't mind trying that.
I just
Utah, Idaho looks good.
You see
Montana,
Lake Tahoe, and how much snow they've been getting the past couple of years. I mean, that
is ridiculous. When you see those, where houses are buried.
Yeah, I mean,
that's ridiculous. I don't even know what you're supposed to do with that.
Again,
that would be cool to experience.
It's variable weather, but that's what I think. I think that would be cool.
When we went to Sugar Bush last year, I thought it was exactly like what it was like when we were in Colorado.
That's what I'm saying.
It literally.
It's hard for me to believe that it's any different out there, other than the scale of things.
The time we were there, though, I don't know if it was doing it all a year there. From the moment we got to the mountain until the time we left.
Once a week, easy. It was like that at least once a week.
It never stopped snowing. Not that it was accumulating a lot, but that's the way it was when we were in Breckenridge. It just was constantly snowing. It was just like enough to be like a magical snow, like
Minecraft. It was like a Minecraft.
Yeah,
snow.
like a Minecraft.
It's not really adding up. It might in a couple of spots, but it doesn't really add up.
And it was enough to make it nice, and would put a dusting on the trails, which made it nice to ski also. Yeah. But it wasn't. I mean, I can see if you're saying if that's the way it was.
I think you just
get
more consistent conditions.
So it was like that all year, but even better. Like I had better storms than when you guys were there, but I would say at least once a week you had a storm. And when you guys came, it was great. Remember that morning I took you guys way up Heaven's Gate.
Yeah.
And we got first tracks over there.
Yeah.
And we people were got a little more than they could handle. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We had great days, and it's hard for me to imagine it could be much better out west, And I think there is a depth point where it has to be really steep, otherwise you can't even go down. So
I just figured I'd put some pictures of
of western snow.
Oh well, Curtis was talking about Lake Tahoe.
I think that's just a place. That's just a place I would like to try. I mean, I don't know much about it. The skiing there, other than they get shitloads of snow like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing it.
But I agree. Probably New Mexico would be fun, where you can be warm.
Just the idea of it, or even like you said, California kind of has that same vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know where else.
Go down to the coast.
I don't actually know any other mountains in California off the top of my head, but
I know it's like Big Bear, right?
Is that one of them?
I think so.
That's Utah. Utah would be fun too.
Yeah.
I think
probably not Park City, but
if we were gonna, there's two places that if we were gonna do a trip, I just think at least we still could do one this winter.
You know where I want to go?
Trip.
Pebble Creek in Idaho. You guys ever hear that?
No.
Look that one up, Carter. Pebble Creek.
I think we could do a local trip, either to Sugarloaf. That's where you went? Was Sugarloaf? Or I'd like to go back and try Mad River Glen.
Jay Peak would be really cool too. They got the indoor water park.
What'd you say it was? Pebble what?
Pebble Creek, Idaho.
Pebble Beach.
Pebble Creek is partially owned by the Shaytards family.
Oh, that's the one that he bought?
Yeah, he bought into it somehow. I don't know how much of it they own, but
see if you can find any Shaytards branding on the website.
Yeah, so they bought into this mountain. It's like their local mountain where they live in Idaho. And
give us the map.
I just when I see their videos, it looks like the place I want to be. It's a small mountain, but it's got options. It's got range. It never looks too busy.
Now,
you drive up a lot of elevation before you even get to the mountain.
It looks pretty big actually. That green, I green trail with all the switchbacks.
For out west, it's not a massive mountain.
I remember
for us, it's still good size. I think we would enjoy it.
I remember
What do you remember?
watching a video and he where the green trails cut across. I can't think of what it's called. Where cuts across a black.
Yeah,
and
cat track.
Yeah, the cat track, and I'm pretty sure it was the Shaitar dad
Shay Carl.
Carl backflipped the cat track.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's a really good skier. I've seen him do flips, helicopters, all sorts of different grabs. Old school stuff. None of this new school rail type of stuff, but old school stuff, he can do it all. Nasty skier. But yeah, that's their local mountain. They go there all the time. They used to do videos on occasion, the family going skiing there. They got plenty of terrain for kids if you're learning to ski, but also they got hardcore stuff too. So, and the snow is always great there. It looks like they never have a shortage of snow.
It just occurred to me you're wearing the Rumboat Chili shirt. Is that why you brought him up earlier?
Yeah, that's the only reason I brought him up. Well, I was looking at it on the camera. It's got a nice pop. The red's got a nice pop. So if you've never heard of Rumboat Chili, maybe we should pull them up, Carter. But Rumboat Chili is a very small band. They performed on the Lawson's Finest stand at Bank, New Hampshire. Very small stand, but that's where they were last summer.
The little hazy stage. Or
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah, where a little tiny thing, but they were selling T-shirts right off the corner of the stage, so I bought one, and I like to support small bands, but I also thought it was a cool shirt. Also, like, what is Rumboat Chili?
It's
You know what I mean? Terrible name.
the Pebble Creek Mountain is
How much does it cost to ski there?
I don't. Hold on. I'll tell you that it's got 2,200 feet of
Sounds pretty good.
elevation.
That's anywhere around here.
That's like Wildcat.
Yeah. Well, again, when I'm talking about it, that's kind of what I mean. It seems like a smaller, again, for out west, smaller resort, and just more enjoyable to me personally.
What was the
Yeah,
verdict?
a full day there is $76.
Not
Getting
bad.
robbed here. Is that weekend? Is that peak rate?
It doesn't say.
It's supply and demand. You know what I mean? Around here, there's a lot of people that want to go. Skiing's one of those things people do just to get pictures and say they did it. You know what I mean? A lot of people do that.
You know what else is cool too? Is it says there's a one ride ticket you can buy at the window for $20. So you can go up. You can go up once if you only wanted to do one run or something.
That's cool. Old school. Around here, so we're on the East Coast. You got Boston, New York, Philadelphia. These are all very big cities. All these people are trying to ski over here. You know what I mean? I skied with a guy from Philly in Vermont last winter. He would come up every couple of weekends. He said it was like a 4-hour drive or something, and he would just hammer it out, get up there and ski. But out west, you got California, a lot of people. It's always slammed. You know what I mean? It's just there's more options in its less population density. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I don't know exactly how to say what I'm trying to say, but you
Yeah,
get
I
it,
know.
right?
I know what you're saying. Supply and demand, but
Yeah,
You can
things
buy
are just busier and more expensive here.
you can buy a full family season pass there too. It's 2 adults and 5 kids for $2,300 full season.
two adults and how many kids?
5.
5 kids. So yeah, that's a friggin' Mormon pass right there.
is that is
2
that how
adults,
many-
5 kids.
Is that how many kids they have?
18 or under is what the kids passes are too.
And that's how much did you say? 2,000 what?
300.
2,000. That's a really good deal. 5 kids and 2 adults.
7 people.
That's a smoking deal. But yeah, I don't know. I love that. I think that's awesome. And I was just trying to think off the top of my head. I'm like, do the Shaitards have 5 kids? How many kids do they have? Is that
It's
why they
gotta
picked
be-
the number?
It's got to be 5, right?
Let's go through them. Gavin, Avia, Emmy. This is hard for me to do with my fingers. Brock, that's 4. Daxton, 5. And I think that's all 5 of the core family. Carter's got Rumboat Chili pulled up. Yeah, let's take a look at these guys. So you can see they got a cool look. I saw them playing, and they play like classic rock style stuff. It's originals, as far as I could tell, they're playing original music. But, excuse me, I'm burping, trying not to cough. My throat's closing up. But yeah, Rumboat Chili. I enjoyed them at Bank, New Hampshire this past summer. Bought their T-shirt.
How
I
much
like
was the
wearing
shirt?
it. It was like $25. Pretty. It was on the cheaper side for a concert tee. When are they playing? Are they playing anywhere around here? Yeah, I thought they were semi-local, so they got a lot of Vermont.
Portsmouth.
Oh, Portsmouth went September 5th. All right.
That's
Came and went.
I'd
Oh,
say
dang.
Magic Mountain is the only show you'll be able to see.
That would actually be kind of cool, but that's New Year's Eve. I don't know if I'll be able to make it for that, but that could be cool. They like I said, they were a cool band.
How far is Magic Mountain from where you were in Vermont?
It can't be too far. I'd say like 45 to an hour. I'm not exactly sure.
Pulling that one out.
What do you mean?
You don't even have any idea.
Yeah, I don't really know, but I know that everything was relatively close. You know what I mean? All the ski areas.
You were in the middle of between two mountains. Nothing was close.
Except for like 3 other ski areas. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if we were close to Magic Mountain. I only went to Sugarbush while I was there.
What was going? Something I saw something about Magic Mountain, but I'm blanking on it. There's something.
We've got
It
an
seemed kind of
old.
cool or something. I don't
We've got an
remember.
old sticker from Ron from Magic Mountain, and it's got like an old school like 80s wizard cartoon
that's
wizard.
that's what it was. A
It
wizard.
says Magic Mountain.
Wizard Magic Mountain. Yeah. I think that's their logo. A wizard.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah, and we had a old school sticker from there. Did you look it up, Carter?
Yeah, you want to know how far it was?
How far?
An hour and 51 minutes.
2 hours. There you go. Well, yeah, I mean, I literally had no idea.
45.
Or, well, just for frame of reference, look up Sugarbush and just look up how many other ski areas are right around it. You know, you got Killington's right there, Mad River's right there.
I knew Mad River was there. Killington's close.
Is that what I'm trying to say?
Killington, I think, is the other.
What am I trying to say?
I don't know.
It's not Mad River. There's another massive mountain over there. It's not Killington.
Killington is 50 minutes or almost an hour. So Killington's like right
well,
between
we
Magic
went to
Mountain.
Killington for opening weekend.
Killington's right between
Is Magic Mountain
Magic Mountain.
southern
Yeah.
Vermont?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Killington is south of Sugarbush.
Because we
and-
drove past Killington sort of to get to.
Okay, so again, remember we're talking about our local mountains here, and we've talked about an hour and 15, an hour and 20. So when something is within an hour range, that's what our frame of reference is, right? That's what we're talking about. So Killington, yes, I would say Killington, Mad River, and Sugarbush. As far as anybody I ran into talked, those 3, and there's one other one where a bunch of people I knew worked at where they had night skiing. I can't remember the name of smaller place. Bolton. Look up where Bolton is.
Never heard of Bolton.
It's smaller, but it's just anyway. You know, it's I can see, you know, Magic Mountain obviously is not amongst these mountains that were close by. Yeah, but Killington I don't think is fair to say is not in the wheelhouse here.
Okay, Bolton is 39 minutes away.
Boom, there you go. What else is around? Is there more little ones? There might be more.
There could be more.
Mad River is 12 minutes away.
Yeah.
So
So-
I mean, I would say Mad River is close to be called next to it, but
Mad River is definitely next to it. Killington, when you're
I think-
living
I
in
think-
Vermont, where we were
I think
living, it wasn't a bad drive to Killington.
I think my argument is that Gunstock is not next to Loon.
No, yeah.
And that's what
You're right there. No,
And that's what you're comparing it to.
no. Our
bit.
conversation that I directly compared it to, we were talking about Attitash and Black Mountain, right? That was my direct comparison. I would agree with you. Gunstock is not next to Loon. I would not say that.
I would say it's more like Attitash and Bretton Woods.
Yeah, sure.
But again, I don't think they're next to each other. I wouldn't.
Well, Attitash and Bretton Woods are pretty close.
All right, let's get off this. I'm just
It
pushing
depends
buttons.
on where you're coming from. Yeah, well, I think they're dumb buttons to push. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't think you're making a real hard case over there.
I think the only case
Well, I mean, we can keep pulling up more evidence that shows I'm right.
We only went down this.
Black and Attitash are 15 minutes apart.
I think I said that Killington wasn't next to it, and that was the only mountain I said wasn't next to where you were.
And I would say, considering people regularly made a 45-minute plus commute to get to work in Vermont, it's under an hour from where we were to Killington. I would say, again, it's in the wheelhouse. But it's all relative to where you are.
You should move that camera, Carter, because it's a terrible angle. I never look at the camera. I'll always get my head turned.
Doesn't matter. You don't have to look at the camera.
Yeah. Well, we got to
look
get
at the
more
side of my
cameras.
face.
I think we need like twice the amount of cameras.
Problem is, you can't put it anywhere over here and
Yeah,
have
but
it
if you
hidden.
moved it a little bit closer, so it's less of an angle.
Yeah,
out
Carter,
the side.
Carter, why do you do everything
then it
so
gets in the
dumb
wide,
all the time?
Then it gets in the wide angle shot.
You just do everything so dumb and you don't think about it, huh?
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah, there was no thought put into the way anything was set up here.
Yeah.
But
If there's one thing I know about Carter is he's not a thinker. He doesn't put thought into things. He just does them. That's sarcasm. If you didn't know, that's Carter's a thinker. He would have thought about this. So the cameras are where they are because he thought about it, not because he didn't want to try them somewhere else.
yeah. If I can come up with a way to put one over here. But again, I don't think it's really just not a setup for a podcast. This is like a living room setup. This is not how you would set up a podcast to film.
We could do better. What I was saying I'd like to do is I'd like to kitty corner these couches, or not kitty corner them, but set up in the corner of the room over there, one couch against one wall, one couch against the other wall, and then I'd put your desk on the other side of it, and you can still have a camera, but you'd be more separated in your own area, producer style, and then the podcast would be its own triangulated corner, like Rhett and Link style or something.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I'm out of Pepsi, and I honestly don't think I can keep talking unless I get something else to drink.
This is a 37-minute episode.
Yeah, I mean, I'll call it here, honest to God. Otherwise, I swear I got to get something to drink or I'm going to die. So
Yeah.
we can call it early.
Yeah, so we call it early. I'm
Yeah.
feeling a little sick. I feel
Me
like
too.
I need to go lay down and
My voice
Go
is
to bed.
shot. It's getting hard to breathe, so.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for struggling along with us, guys. I think this episode was going pretty good. I think part of it because we're like fed up and sick, we cut right to the beef here. We got right into it. So thanks for listening. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll see you guys next time. Maybe Friday. I won't be here though. Wolfpack plans. Ow!